We learned today about arithmetic sequences, which are it's a sequence of numbers. And so it's important to remember what all these different things are, because we're going to refer to a sub 1, a sub n, and d today. A sub 1 stands for the first term in the sequence. A sub n stands for the nth term in the sequence. So it could be the 10th term, the 22nd term, the 52nd term. And D stands for our common difference. And the common difference is how much the sequence is increasing or decreasing. That's all it is. I'm just going to write increasing / decreasing. I'm going to abbreviate both of those. So here you have two sequences. So we've got to figure out if they're arithmetic. So to figure that out, we're going to figure out how much it's going up by every time. Well, 4 to 7 is going up 3. 7 to 10 is going up 3. 10 to 13 is going up 3. So this is arithmetic. And the reason that it is arithmetic is because every time the common difference was 3. So for this particular sequence, we could also say that D equals 3. So if we look at our next example, we've got to figure out what our common difference is. Well, from 5 to 12, it's going up 7. From 12 to 15, it's going up 3. From 15 to 22, it's going up 7. And then it's going up 3 again. So this is not arithmetic. This would not be an arithmetic sequence. And the reason for that is because every time this number was not the same. In order for it to be an arithmetic sequence, it has to go up or increase or decrease by the same number. So we're going to talk about how to use the formula. So this is our formula for finding the arithmetic sequence. So a sub 1, remember, if you'll recall, that is our first term in the sequence. It is our first term in the sequence. And then also recall that D is our common difference. And those are the only two things we replace every time. So we have an example down here of 12, 7, 2, negative 3. So the first thing we need to find, let's go ahead and identify our first term in our sequence. Well, a sub 1 is the first term, which is going to be 12, because that's the very first number. And then to find our common difference, we need to find D. Well, we've got to figure out what's happening to our numbers. So from 12 to 7, it's going down 5. And 7 to 2, it's going down 5. And from 2 to negative 3, it's going down 5. So our common difference in this case is negative 5. So then going back to our formula, we can write it as a sub n equals, instead of a1, we're going to put 12, because that's what a1 was, plus n minus 1 times d, which instead of d, we're going to put negative 5, because that was our common difference. And this would be our formula. Now this formula can be useful if we have a question such as, find the 12th term in the sequence. Well, if they want the 12th term, what they're telling us is they're telling us that n equals 12. So we're going to go back up here to our formula, and we're going to replace all of the n's with 12. So a sub 12, which represents our 12th term, equals 12 plus, instead of n, we're going to put 12 minus 1 times negative 5. And if we start working that out, we'll get a sub 12 equals 12 plus, well, 12 minus 1 is 11 times negative 5. And then that's going to give us a sub 12 equals 12 minus 55, because 11 times negative 5 is 55. And finally, it's going to give us that a sub 12 equals negative 43. So that would be our 12th term in our sequence.